Hello everyone, I'm Astrovastu expert Savvy Singh and welcome back to another insightful video on my YouTube channel. Firstly, if you're new to my channel, you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do so because through this channel I bring to you very informational content based on occult sciences, numerous occult sciences regarding numerology, astrology, Vastu and much more. And if you are somebody who's interested in these sciences, then this is the right channel for you. Now, in today's video, we will be discussing the July horoscope, especially if you are somebody who's governed by Aries as your ruling zodiac. Now, I know 6 months in already, 2025 seems like not so easy year. It has seen its own amount of ups and downs, be it within the country, be it outside of the country, and everybody at this point is very, very cautious and they're also very vulnerable. They want to know what is coming up for them in the next 6 months. And in today's video specifically, we will be discussing what the month of July is going to look for each individual zodiac sign. And we firstly start with Aries. Now in today's video, firstly, we will be discussing the transits, that how are the transits, how are the planetary movements impacting specific houses of your zodiac horoscope. And moving further in the video, we will be discussing specific elements or specific areas in your life, be it your finances, be it your relationships, be it your career. How are all these things going to get impacted during the month of July? For Aries, let's first start by understanding the position of Sun. Although Sun is a fast moving planet, so it transits every month, and that is how the Sun zodiac signs are formed. But as of now, the Sun is placed in the third zodiac from your own horoscope and from your own zodiac sign, which is in Gemini, and it is going to be placed there until the 16th of July. And post that, it is going to transit into the fourth house from your zodiac sign, which is naturally the house that governs your mother, the relationships with your mother. It also governs the more luxurious things in your life, your property, your rental income, things of that sort. So all your money related prosperity and all your comforts and luxuries are directly going to get governed by Sun's position post the 16th of July once it transits to the Cancer zodiac. Moving further, let's talk about Mars, because Mars directly is the planet which governs you as an individual. Your zodiac sign's ruler planet is considered to be Mars, and Mars is going to remain in the zodiac of Leo until the end of this month, until the 28th of July, where it is currently conjunctioning with Ketu, the south node. Now, Ketu and Mars conjunction, a fiery planet conjunctioning in a fiery zodiac sign with a not so benefic planet like Ketu or the south node itself, does indicate some problems. It definitely does indicate issues arising in your love life. Also, if you're somebody who is still in the field of education, if you're a student, for you this can be a time where you are probably struggling to find the right direction or amount of focus that you need in your day-to-day studies. And also, this is because a house that governs your planning and your skills to plan, so that issue can also arise, that maybe your planning during this month is not very adequate or very apt, or maybe there is a possibility that you are over analyzing situations just in general. So these are the impacts of the transits, and this is how each planet's placement in different houses of the zodiac horoscope directly impact you and your mindset as an individual. Moving further, because July is also a month where a lot of planets like Saturn and Mercury are going to become retrograde, again July becomes a very important month. And considering, because the big transits that has happened during the year of 2025 is already resulting in certain amounts of tragedies or certain amounts of mishappenings that are happening on the daily basis, it becomes even more vital and more important for you as an individual to understand what the coming 6 months are going to look like in the year 2025. Now for Mercury, because it is currently placed in the zodiac of Cancer, that directly impacts again the fourth house from your zodiac horoscope. But on the 18th of July, it is going to become retrograde, and after its retro movement, it is going to start impacting the third house of your zodiac horoscope. So it's going to take some time to reach the third house of your zodiac horoscope, but however, the retro movement of the planet in the fourth house naturally a house which is directly related to your bliss and happiness and contentment in life, and Mercury being a planet which governs your finances directly, it governs the way you communicate with people. This can also somehow create some turbulences and some issues in finances for you, and also with your relationships with your mother. So that is something, that is an area where you need to be slightly cautious during the month of July. Moving further, Jupiter is placed currently in the Gemini zodiac, and it is going to remain here until the end of this month specifically, and also during this year. Now, third house being the house where you directly share your relationships with your friends, with your colleagues, with your neighbors, with even your siblings for the matter of fact. So Jupiter's placement, because naturally Jupiter is considered to be a benefic planet, its placement in the third house definitely brings out some positive results. But however, because during the year of 2025 up until 2033, these 8 years are actually a crucial timing for the way Jupiter is transiting and orbiting in the orbit right now, because it is not moving in its own pace, or the pace that it should normally move on. So at this point, the placement and the movement of Jupiter in the zodiac horoscope is not very apt or adequate, if I may say so. In Vedic terminologies, it is called the Atichari movement of Jupiter. And now the Atichari movement of Jupiter, definitely, because it is the planet of knowledge, it is the planet of spirituality, of religion, and also naturally the planet which governs your relationships with your children. If you're somebody at the marriageable age, it is also a planet which directly governs your relationship with your spouse or the bliss in your marriage life. Therefore, Jupiter's placement can also bring issues related to such areas in your life, not just for you specifically as in Aries, but for people all across the world, because this is the core characteristic of the planet. Moving further, Venus is going to remain in Taurus, which is its own zodiac, until the 26th of July, and this is going to impact the second house of your horoscope directly, and this definitely is a good placement for Venus. So Venus in the second house in its own zodiac sign definitely is going to bring you good opportunities on the front of your career, on the front of earning money from your skill. So this can also be a time where you're trying to maybe learn new things, enhance your skills, and moving further, you can monetize these skills or commercialize these skills. So from that aspect, this placement of Venus seems pretty good for you during the month of July, especially for your finances. Saturn is placed in Pisces, and it is going to remain there until the upcoming 2.5 years, because that is how long naturally Saturn takes to transit from one zodiac to the other zodiac. But however, in the month of July, also on the 13th of July, Saturn is going to go retrograde. Now it is going to continue remaining in the similar zodiac of Pisces, which is going to govern the 12th house of your horoscope. However, a retro movement of a slow moving planet like Saturn, which is not considered to be a naturally benefic planet, can somehow create issues for you. It can maybe increase your expenditures, and specifically expenditures related to hospital visits. Maybe you're not feeling very healthy occasionally, or it can also cause some sort of issues arising on the legal front for you, because that house predominantly, when we talk about astrological horoscope, the 12th house predominantly governs these issues in your life. So it naturally revolves around such areas in your life. And when a naturally not so benefic planet, in fact a malefic planet like Saturn, which moves slowly, becomes retrograde, it is likely to trigger issues related to such forefronts in your life. Now moving forward, Rahu is going to be placed in Aquarius, which is the 11th house from your zodiac sign, and Ketu is placed currently in Leo, where it is conjunctioning with Mars until the 28th of July, and then Mars is going to transit from that zodiac, and Ketu will still remain in the 5th zodiac sign, which is Leo, and this is the 5th house from your zodiac sign. Now, carefully, when I initially started the video, I referred to this, that this month specifically, you have to be extremely cautious, because the placement of Mars and Ketu conjunctioning in the 5th house, the house of planning, will definitely lead you to take impulsive decisions, hasty decisions, and these can create many problems for you in the coming future. So patience and planning cautiously and consciously is something that is going to be very helpful and important for you during the month of July. Also the movements of Saturn and Jupiter, because they are naturally the planets which govern your intellect, your knowledge, also your wisdom. So these planets movements are going to likely to push you towards learning new things, maybe enhancing your skills and further channelizing and monetizing on the basis of these skills. So these are something, so you're going to achieve new opportunities in terms of finances as well as in terms of learning a new skill in the coming month. So from that aspect, this month seems to be pretty good for you. This will also be a time where you are likely to be a little more extra cautious about your health, because your zodiac, your lagnas, your ascendant risings, or your moon rising signs direct conjunction with Ketu. So Mars and Ketu's conjunction definitely can give you issues related to maybe blood related issues, maybe issues related to fatigue in your muscles, so things like that, or maybe like nervous related issues. Such issues can create problems for you. Also maybe some of you are suffering with issues related to indigestion, or maybe issues with your stomach. So this conjunction until the end of July, 28th of July, is going to bring some problems for you on the forefront of your health, which is why it becomes extremely important for you as individuals to take care of your health, set a good routine for yourself so that you're able to overcome such health related issues. There can be some financial challenges, because the moment Saturn gets retrograde in the 12th house, which is the house of your expenditure, it can become slightly difficult for you in terms of managing your money, or how your money is, just you feel like your money is really just like floating away here and there. Sudden expenditures may rise, so that can also be a reason of your concern during the period of this month, specifically for July. So that is something where you need to be extra cautious. So you have to maybe take the reins now and understand where it is important for you to spend your money, and how are you going to manage your bills and your finances in the coming month. There's a little chance of a career change, a shift in your career, that is also possible, which can also be the reason why you're planning to upskill, or maybe you're trying to enhance your skill, or maybe learn a new skill. So in terms of that, this new learning of skill can definitely bring you good opportunities in terms of your career, but you are likely to get good success in your careers if you try to focus a little harder. Certainly Ketu's placement with Mars in the 5th house will sort of create some issues for you in terms of you really trying to focus yourself. But if you're able to overcome that, if you're able to practice meditation, if you're able to practice certain routines that help you focus better, then you're likely to achieve better success in the month of July, even in your education as well. If you're planning to travel for now, I would suggest you specifically to postpone this travel. Travel does not seem to be a very suitable or a very preferable choice for you. I know this is definitely the month where people are traveling very often, because it is a summer break time. Maybe your children are free during this period of time, or in general, this is just a free time for you. But however, with the planetary movement and the transits that are happening, this is not a very ideal time, especially if you're somebody who's planning to travel near the waters or the mountains. I would suggest you to, maybe rethink this and maybe postpone your travel if that is suitable and possible. However, if it is impossible for you to not travel, then being a little cautious is always going to come in handy. Try to maintain a healthy balance in your life when it comes to your personal and your professional life. And this can also be a good time for you to upskill your leadership skills. This can also be a good time for you to become more self-aware in general, which is also going to help you moving forward in life. So overall, when we speak about Aries for the month of July, this is what the transits are going to look like for you, and how your life is going to get impacted in the coming month of July. And I hope that you did find the video insightful. If you did like the video today, please feel free to share with your friends and family, and subscribe to my channel if you're new. And on this channel, I keep bringing to you very informational videos from the field of astrology, numerology, Vastu. And if you're somebody who's naturally finding an inclination towards these sciences, if you're naturally somebody who is interested in knowing more about how the planets and how these transits impact you, your life, your mindset, your personal spaces in general, then this definitely is going to be an insightful channel for you. So thank you once again for all your love, and do share the video if you liked it. Namaskar, and may you all have a wonderful day.